Hi, it's me again. Please hit the subscribe button. I'd love to get more subscribers. That'll encourage me to do more content. Now, this video is about Sleeping Warrior's famous experiment. Anyone who's been around the community for a while will be familiar with this experiment. Most of us did a similar experiment in primary school, but Anthony seems to think it's some kind of great discovery that he's made. It's actually quite funny. So let's get into it. So this is a video from about 5 years ago on Nathan Oakley's channel. I find it really interesting because it shows where Anthony Riley, Sleeping Warrior, got the idea for his experiment from. This is just hilarious. He just gets the wrong end of the stick on everything. So let's go on with it.
So I'm going to demonstrate my points. And for anybody that's in chat watching, you can equally do this yourself just by typing in Phuket word gravity and then finding his video entitled, what's it? I'm going to have to find what it's called. No Gravity, No Globe Demo, Relative Density on Flat Earth. It's one of his most popular videos. You can sort by his most popular videos and you'll find it. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to talk through what Nick does. So massive shout outs to Nick. I know that he's all right with us using this video. So there's no copyrights because he's told me in the past that we can use any of his videos because he knows that we're all good. What Nick does here is he gets an egg. And all he does is he shows that when he puts the egg in water, the egg is more dense than the water and it sinks to the floor. Now, what he does is he takes the egg out of this water and he puts it into this other water. And the first one's salt water on the left.
Yeah. No, it's not. That's not the salt water.
The other one on the right is not salt water, it's just tap water. No.
The one on the right is the salt water. You've got it the wrong way round.
What he's demonstrating is the difference between the two waters, the density, the relative densities of the two waters. Now what he does is he's going to manipulate the density of the water by adding some salt. So what he's going to demonstrate is that if he varies the density, the relative density of the environment that the egg is in, that will force it to move.
And this is the experiment that Riley ended up replicating with his parts per million counter.
So scientifically speaking, the variable that he's going to manipulate is the density of the water that the egg is sat in. So as he adds a little bit of salt water, which is obviously salt water, it was salt water from before.
Well, it's not salt water. That's actually the unsalted water that he's pouring in, which is going to reduce the density of the water there.
Change the egg to move its location, right? Now, if gravity was a thing, he would be manipulating the gravity now to make the egg pull down. But he's not. He's manipulating the salt water that the egg sits in. So he's added more density to the water, and you can see that the egg has changed its relative position based on the density of the water it now sits in.
No, you've got that completely the wrong way round. He's actually reduced the density of the water in the right-hand container. You complete and utter idiot.
And the variable that was changed is the density of the water. You've just watched him add the density of the water, the denser water to it.
No, he added the less dense water to the dense water. You couldn't get this more wrong.
Changed the position of the egg. Now what he does is to show that it goes the other way as well. He adds normal tap water back to it, or I think he might add salt. Can't remember exactly what he does in this now, so we'll have to watch what he does.
Tell you what, let's not watch what he does, because most people over 10 years old will know exactly what happens if you do the opposite. The fact that Riley talks about things like scientific things and stuff like that when he doesn't understand the basics like this is just hilarious. Anthony, you're an idiot. Go and find out what the internal angles of an equilateral triangle are.